Hey gearheads, welcome back to the channel where we break down everything you need to know in the simplest, clearest, and most exciting way possible. Now let me ask you this. Have you ever been driving and suddenly your car feels sluggish, the check engine light comes on, and you start wondering, what's going on under the hood? Well, today we're diving into one of the most common yet overlooked issues in vehicles: how to diagnose a bad catalytic converter. By the end of this video, you'll not only know the signs and symptoms, but also the exact steps to test and confirm whether your catalytic converter is failing. Trust me, you'll never look at that little part in your exhaust system the same way again. A quick reminder to subscribe, like, and share this video. What is a catalytic converter? Before we jump into diagnosing, let's make sure we're on the same page. The catalytic converter is part of your car's exhaust system. Its main job is to reduce harmful gases like carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, and hydrocarbons by converting them into less harmful emissions before they leave your tailpipe. Think of it as your car's filter for toxic gases. Without it, your car would not only pollute way more, but it would also fail emissions tests. And here's the kicker. A failing catalytic converter can ruin your fuel efficiency, damage your engine, and leave you with a massive repair bill if ignored. Symptoms of a bad catalytic converter. So how do you know if yours is going bad? Let's go over the classic signs. 1. Check engine light. One of the first clues. If your O2 sensors detect abnormal exhaust gases, your ECU will trigger a code, usually something like P0420 or catalyst efficiency below threshold. 2. Poor acceleration or loss of power. Ever press the gas pedal and feel like your car just doesn't respond the way it used to? That could be because the converter is clogged, restricting exhaust flow. 3. Rattling noise under the car. If the internal honeycomb structure of the catalytic converter breaks apart, you'll hear a rattling sound, especially when starting the car. 4. Reduced fuel efficiency. When your exhaust gases aren't flowing properly, the engine has to work harder, burning more fuel. If you notice more than one of these, it's a big red flag. But don't worry, we'll go over how to confirm it. How to diagnose a bad catalytic converter, step by step. All right, now here's the practical part: how to actually test your catalytic converter. Step 1. Use an OBD2 scanner. Plug in a scanner and check for codes like P0420 or P0430. These codes indicate efficiency issues, but remember, sometimes bad O2 sensors can cause false readings, so don't stop here. Step 2. Visual and sound inspection. While the engine is cool, tap lightly on the converter with a rubber mallet. If you hear a rattling sound, that's a sign the ceramic honeycomb inside has broken apart. Step 3. Exhaust flow test. A clogged converter restricts flow. One simple way is to hold your hand near the exhaust pipe, without touching it, of course. Weak exhaust flow at higher RPMs could mean a blockage. Step 4. Temperature test. Using an infrared thermometer, check the temperature before and after the catalytic converter. A healthy converter should show a higher temperature at the outlet than the inlet because it's burning off gases. If both sides read nearly the same, or the inlet is hotter than the outlet, your catalytic converter is likely clogged or not functioning. Step 5. Back pressure test. Mechanics often remove the upstream O2 sensor and connect a pressure gauge. If the pressure is higher than 1.5 psi at idle, or it rises quickly as RPMs increase, you have excessive back pressure caused by a clogged converter. A quick reminder to subscribe, like, and share this video. Common mistakes when diagnosing. Now, here's what most people get wrong. Confusing O2 sensors with a bad catalytic converter. A failing O2 sensor can mimic the same symptoms. Always rule this out before replacing a catalytic converter. Ignoring engine issues. A converter doesn't usually fail on its own. It's often caused by something else, like a misfiring engine, burning oil, or a rich fuel mixture. Skipping regular checks. Even if your catalytic converter is fine, letting small problems build up can kill it faster. What to do if yours is bad? If your catalytic converter is confirmed bad, you've got two main options. 1. Replace it. This is the permanent fix. However, catalytic converters can be expensive, sometimes over $1,000 depending on your car. 2. Temporary workarounds. Some people try cleaning products or physically cleaning the catalytic converter, but these are usually short-term fixes. If the honeycomb inside is melted or broken, replacement is your only option. And here's a tip. If your converter failed because of another issue, like a rich fuel mixture, fix that problem first or you'll destroy the new one too. Final tips for keeping your catalytic converter healthy. To make sure your catalytic converter lasts as long as possible, keep up with regular maintenance like oil changes and spark plug replacements. Fix engine misfires immediately. And don't ignore that check engine light. It's your car's way of asking for help. So diagnosing a bad catalytic converter isn't just about spotting one symptom. It's about putting the puzzle together. From check engine codes to exhaust smells to temperature and back pressure tests, all these clues can point you in the right direction. And remember, the catalytic converter is like the unsung hero of your exhaust system. It protects the environment, keeps your car efficient, and saves you from costly repairs down the road. Thanks for watching, guys. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more car tips, and drop a comment if you've ever dealt with a failing catalytic converter. I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, drive safe and take care of your ride.